Cops have reportedly called out in the thousands in Chicago as they prepare for an ultra-violent week of the Democratic National Convention. Could it get worse than 1968? I believe it already has. I just got through filming a video, editing it and everything, and news breaks on Twitter, X, that there is a current insurrection underway as far-left, progressive, pro-Hamas supporting Palestinian sympathizers have jumped over the wall that they built around the convention. Maybe Democrats are right. Maybe walls don't work, because theirs sure the hell isn't. We'll start here real quick. Cops are reported calling in sick. This is from PJ Media. Let's just fast forward a little bit here, because now we have new information, so some of this is irrelevant now. But a few more CPD hit medical today. That's Chicago Police Department, folks. The number now exceeds over 1,000 of people who have called in with the blue flu, a deadly pandemic known as the DNC induced blue flu has hit the Chicago Police Department. One of the people who called in sick is the commander of the 2nd District, Yakimba Phillips, claiming PTSD. Well, I can definitely understand why you would think being around a bunch of Democrats would cause PTSD, because, well, it would. This chick here seems to be confirming it. Multiple sources here confirming that over 1,000 Chicago police have called out. Now, let's just get to the videos. I'll come back to this and read more of it. Get over here to X. Here is Jack Posobiec's page. God, it's just all that screeching and screaming. No wonder they're always so angry all the time. I'd be pissed off if I had to listen to all that screeching and screaming. A bunch of cat ladies. They're just mad. I bet you they ain't a half a stick of deodorant being used between any of these folks. Look over here on the bottom right. I mean, they all fighting, raising hell. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got. Here is Ryan Fournier. The DNC perimeter has been breached. Why aren't they shooting them? All right. Let's see what else we got. BG on the scene. This guy's always got some good stuff here, man. I don't know his politics or anything. Don't really care. He's good at what he does. Let me do that again. Tearing the fence down. It's an absolute insurrection. They're trying to prevent Kamala Harris from being the Democrat nominee. They're stopping an official proceeding, for Christ's sake. Lock them up. Throw away the key. We don't need a trial. I got video. That's what y'all told me about January 6th. Lock them up. Throw away the key. They're interrupting an official presidential proceeding. She's the vice president already. This is terrorism. Probably a little racism too. Disgusting. Democrats just on the loose, behaving badly. Well, that's every Democrat city, 24/7, 365. But here we go. I can't wait for tonight. Now, you're not going to see any of this on the news. They're not going to show you any of this. You're going to have to come here to channels like mine or go follow some of these people on X, because you're not going to see none of this on the mainstream news. They're trying to push a Mockingbird psyop, media psyop, telling everybody it's all joy. She's a joyful warrior. Kamala's joyful. Joy, joy, joy to the world. They're all using the word joy to describe Kamala and Walz. Let's go back over here to the PJ Media thing. They got some. They've got some quotes here from some politicians there in Chicago. Let's just read it for you. The Democrat National Convention, of course, kicks off Monday. Man, I mean, this is even funnier reading this now that all hell's starting to break loose. They predicted it, and people were like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get violent. The organizers and politicians have said there won't be any, the protesters, there's not going to be any violence. It's not going to be like 1968. Contraire move frere. Anyhow, Democrat National Convention kicks off today, and the city has been bracing for violence and riots. Businesses started boarding up their windows and doors last week due to the many thousands of anti-Semitic, pro-Palestinian protesters expected to descend on the area, organized by more than 200 different groups. Some are saying it could be reminiscent of the violence that plagued the 68 DNC, which was also in Chicago. Now, Chicago law enforcement are denying this, but meanwhile, over 1,000 people, 1,000 policemen and women have called out with the blue flu. Chicago 2024 won't be like Chicago 1968. That's the promise of law enforcement officials and protest organizers alike, as the curtain prepares to lift on this year's Democrat National Convention, the Communist Manifesto Convention. The Wall Street Journal reported over the weekend, each side says it aims to maintain the peace, even as thousands are expected to demonstrate against the war in Gaza, abortion restrictions, and other hotly contested issues. I find it so funny that they're the side that keeps calling our side violent, insurrectionist, racist, rioters, all this other stuff. We had one little dust up January 6th, a few broken windows. These people live by the gun, constantly burning shit down, constantly destroying cities, constantly doing Democrat death culture shenanigans like they're doing right now in Chicago. I just showed you the video. You know, got the confirmation. I showed it to y'all a minute ago. Thousands of cops called out. Now, here's a quote from Governor J.B. Pritzker there of Illinois. He says 150 members of the Illinois National Guard are on standby. Bro, it's going to take more than 150. I just saw that crowd. Quote, they really are on standby, Pritzker said. They're at the perimeter. Well, the perimeter just got compromised. Nobody expects that we'll have to use them for anything very serious, LOL. We also want to make sure that we have additional law enforcement type folks who are in uniform and who are trained to be police available. Obviously, we hope there won't be violence and no one gets hurt, but signs of pending chaos have been there for months. If more than 1,000 police officers have called in sick, they're going to be severely outmanned, and that's a recipe for disaster. Protesters have already disrupted a delegate party on Sunday night and warned delegates, welcome to Hell Week. Let's jump back over to X and see if we have any more updates from the, again, the violent insurrection taking place right now in Chicago. I mean, God, you gotta love it. Gotta love it when we're right. Gotta love it when we're right. Let's see. What are they chanting? You know, like, I'd be mad too. I'd be as mad as if I was as ugly as they are and wore a half a stick of deodorant between about 10,000 of them, had to smell one another. Ugh. Let's see here. This is live on the scene at the DNC.
All right, y'all, this is Savannah Hernandez in front of the United Center for the DNC. And as you guys can see behind me, we've got quite a few protesters, and the police have now arrived. Now, they broke through this first barricade, and they were trying to break through the second one that's right behind me. So now police have arrived. There's quite a deep presence. Again, this is day one of the DNC. This is what it looks like on the ground. They've been marching all day since noon. They started in Union Park, and they now have made their way to the front of the United Center. You have a lot of attendees here for the DNC, just a block and a half away. You can actually hear the chanting of these protesters at the main entrance of the DNC.
Just a bunch of angry cat ladies and cat guys. Ree! 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 That's all I hear. Ree! Here's some more video. Oh, look at the big guy. Took his mask off. He's so mad he took his mask off. What's that sign say? End all U.S. aid to Israel. Victory to the Palestinian struggle. Again, I don't know how they tolerate one another. Here's some more footage that we just showed, but let's see it again. This is just day one of the DNC. All the drugs, methamphetamine, and antidepressants ain't even kicked in yet. And they're already tearing shit up. Just wait for a couple of days. Wait till they start running out of meth. And they're all their antidepressants are starting to get low and the body starts going into shock. Oh man, it's going to be a shit show of epic proportions. I'm here for it. Make sure you follow me on X at SaveJXN. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, share here wherever you're watching this video. Let's sit back, buckle up, and watch a little Democrat on Democrat shenanigans take place over the next few days. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Tune into my radio show every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 103.9 FM, WYAB in Jackson, Mississippi. You can stream it worldwide, WYAB.com. And as always, the podcast is available daily by 10 a.m. Just search Clay Edwards Show wherever you download podcasts, stream music, watch videos, and more. And if I hadn't said it, let me say it already. It's mandatory by YouTubers to have to say this. Hit that little bell there for notifications. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit share. And I will see you guys